how to put it nicely, as donors of dicks. Another nightmare for an arachnophobe. Lately, you've been sending me a ton, really a ton of all sorts of short videos about spiders, scorpions, centipedes, solifuges, all those weird crawling creatures, asking for my commentary. And today I'm responding to that request, and I've prepared about 10 different, more or less viral and popular videos, I think, from TikTok. The first video. Okay, so now I can say something. The spider you see in this video is of course real and so on. I recently recorded something about these spiders and can show you. Do you recognize this one? That's right, this is the spider you've already seen on my channel, and it's an adult male Holconia murrayensis. This is a spider that, to put it bluntly, will still serve me in more than one video, among other things. It belongs to a family called Spatchachowatae or Sparacidae. These Spatchachowatae, especially in Australia, are where that short film was shot. They can grow to really large sizes, especially when it comes to their leg span. That's the exact type of spider from the Spatchachowatae family shown in this film. How do I know? Just compare the one from the film with this one. They have an incredibly distinctive arrangement of legs, and when they're at rest, they're simply wider than they are long, right? The first two pairs of front legs are very long, and these spiders like to wander around. They're harmless and not dangerous, they just look scary due to their size. But yes, the so-called huntsmen, because that's what they're called in English, well, huntsmen often appear in viral videos because of their size, and also because they quite often like to wander into people's homes. And simply, people often encounter them, but apart from that, they're harmless guys. The second video, I got a link from a viewer. Yeah, a nightmare for arachnophobes, right? Spiders leaking out from some dark depths, I don't know, a vending machine or some advertising banners. This video is definitely fake. I mean, those spiders were created by computer, and you really don't have to be a genius to figure out they're computer generated, because they move in an incredibly weird way for spiders, and they're all identical, which practically never happens. Ah, yes. You know this video. Recently, I made a whole episode about this, focusing on the short video of the little girl with a giant spider. The spiders in this video are likely Lasiodora, possibly Lasiodora parahaibana, the Brazilian salmon pink bird-eating tarantula. Obviously, since the girl is very small, the spiders, which are quite large and have a big leg span, will look huge on her. The video is definitely real. And I have no reason to believe that someone would go to so much trouble to animate something like that and perfectly capture the shape, movements, and everything related to spiders when such spiders actually exist in the world and you can just use them. Oh. No, spider. This video shows removing a spider's cocoon. I mean, the guy here is really good because he takes the cocoon with his finger, and with tarantulas, those spiders usually defend their cocoons, right? She's a mother protecting her young, and as far as I can tell, she's alive and well. Right after that, she gets picked up by hand. But as I look at it, the cocoon is beautiful, healthy, and there are a lot of young inside. And the female is very pretty. Grammostola spiders are really cool, beautiful creatures. It's a nightmare for arachnophobes, but paradise for me. This video appears to have been recorded in Bali, and apparently that's nothing special over there. I mean, those spiders you see, there are just tons of them over there. There are many, mostly from the Nephila or Trichonephila genera, making them cousins of our Araneus spiders. We have lots of Araneus spiders here too, right? They're larger, make bigger webs, and can build those webs on larger structures. So here they've chosen cables and telegraph or telephone poles, who knows, as their target. And there, simply because so many of them do it, it makes quite an impression. But you know, it's the same thing. It's nothing serious, those spiders won't harm anyone. Still, walking into them is definitely unpleasant. This is a good movie. Why did someone write here that when you get a male, there's sad music playing, so overall it's sad? That's because usually a male is considered a bit less valuable than a female. Well, because a female can produce an egg sac, meaning she can give birth to offspring. The female is bigger and usually the female is prettier. Females live longer and are generally considered cooler than males. Males in this hobby are treated somewhat like, how to put it nicely, as donors for the little guys. Something like that. So basically a male is bought for breeding, he's supposed to do his job and then he can move on. Breeders typically don't get attached to these males as they're just used as breeding material for the female to produce a cocoon. And that's it. All right. It's a very dramatic film and it features a completely real spider. I'm curious why this was filmed, since the guy is just sitting in the jungle with his rifle when a spider crawls on him. The spider is from the Avicularia genus, and I'm showing this terrarium because there's an Avicularia inside. I'm not sure it makes sense to chase this female. Her leg is visible from her home, especially since another Avicularia genus specimen has already appeared. It's just that damn... so that's all we would see. So let's remove this straight piece. So will you show yourself to us? No, stay like that. Well, so Avicularia spiders are basically like plush toys in the world of tarantulas. And they're adorable, they're hairy, they have these little pink feet that are considered the cutest in the whole world of tarantulas and so on. Spiders are beautiful and often lively. I mean, maybe not very lively, but they're colored in a metallic way, so overall they're quite desirable when it comes to tarantula enthusiasts or collectors, to put it less nicely, or simply people who breed tarantulas. Oh, so that's it. It's really overexposed here. Really beautiful spiders. They have such cute little legs and they can climb. There are arboreal spiders that you can easily put in a vertical terrarium. And they walk so gracefully and gently. Really adorable creatures. All right, let's put her back. Here's your home, buddy. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. And going back to the movie, if it wasn't, to put it bluntly, faked, meaning the spider didn't come from a breeding farm, then it was probably filmed in South America, because that's where the Acanthoscoria genus actually occurs. Go on. Oh yes, I know that. Another nightmare for an arachnophobe. Just hope I don't say anything dumb. This film shows how you can keep a certain species of spider that comes from Asia, not from Africa, as I once said, because this spider is found on Socotra, which is an island belonging to Yemen, and Yemen is actually an Asian country, as it turns out. This tarantula, because it is a tarantula, is called Monocentropus balfouri, and it is one of the very, very few spiders that we can keep in such groups. I mean, you can buy a bunch of Monocentropus balfouri spiderlings, put them all in one container, and as long as you feed them properly so they don't eat each other, you can actually create this kind of colony at home. That's seriously amazing. I once had a group of 5 Monocentropus balfouri, but 5 spiders in a colony is nothing. It looks really crazy afterward because the whole container is just covered with a carpet of webbing that's full of holes, and underneath that lives exactly what I mean, a mass of spiders. And what do we have here? I don't know. No. Could it be a cicada? That's right. Only cicadas make that kind of noise. Ooh, wrap him up. He's screaming now. Please don't fall off. Holy shit. An amazing recording that shows how typical spiders like the wasp spider hunt. It's actually not a wasp spider, this particular species, because this is probably the equivalent of a wasp spider that lives in the United States. That's what I think. Ours is also from the Argiope genus. It's distinctive for its coloring, which resembles our wasp spider, but this species is larger. Here we have stripes representing black along with yellow, white and others. Secondly, a very distinctive feature is what you can see at the beginning of the video, which is a kind of zigzag on the web. It has its own name and it's called a stabilimentum. And this is a part that kind of stabilizes the web, which our wasp spiders also make. On some field trips, you may have seen something like that. I think I also showed it in the wasp spider video. And the next thing is bouncing, which is a very characteristic behavior for spiders that live on webs. Wasp spiders are amazing. Their webs are extremely strong, and even powerful insects like cicadas, which aren't common in Poland since we don't have such large or singing insects, are captured. We have two slightly larger species here, but they still can't compare at all to the cicada that was caught here in the web. Of course, ours don't make such loud noises, right? It's not like what you can hear in Greece or Turkey or among others in Asia. So wasp spiders are absolutely amazing spiders, and I'll try to make a video about the wasp spider too when its time comes, which is when summer arrives. Okay.
And do you know how much this is?
Thanks. This is the unboxing of a beautiful spider species called Nanduchromatus, and I can show you such a spider. It just so happens that I have one specimen of this species which comes from Brazil. She's here. This is a very, very large and very beautiful female. Where are my tweezers? Here. Of course I left it. Ta-da. Alright, now will you show yourself to us? Because I definitely don't recommend putting your hands near these spiders. Oh yes, you must be hungry, right? I don't recommend putting your hands near these spiders because they can be quite defensive and feisty, sometimes really unpleasant to deal with. But the spider is beautiful. Seriously, it's very pretty. Those reddish hairs and the black and white pattern on its legs, plus the fact that it has a white carapace, for example, unlike Genia, which it's often confused with, right? Well, Genia usually has a black or very dark carapace, while these Chromatus, as you can see, have a light carapace, and only the area where their eyes are is darker. It's really cool to observe, especially when you chase it out a bit and you can try to annoy it. I won't put my finger in here, but it's already hidden. Later we'll give her something to eat because she definitely deserves it. She posed very nicely. By the way, the spider you just saw I named Cappuccina, so Cappuccina did a great job. Let's go step by step. We saw 5 spider species. 6 spider species. If you're curious about which ones, here they are. The first one, the blue one, is a spider that I've never had, but I always wanted to have, and that's Dolichotella diamantinisis, commonly known as the diamond spider. Next, of course, we have a spider from the Theraphosa genus. I suspect it's Theraphosa blondi. What was next? Next was the king tarantula, that big, beautifully gray, white, black, yellow colored tarantula. That's likely the king tarantula, Poecilotheria regalis. Next is the golden tarantula. Chaco golden knee is Grammostola pulchripes. Anything else? Then there's Erminka. Yes, that's the spider I've shown you many times before. And unfortunately, my big female died quite some time ago. Actually, a long time ago. However, Psalmopoeus irminia, because that's her full name, is the Venezuelan sun tiger tarantula. This is a spider I have an incredible fondness for because it was the very first tarantula I ever had. And it was this very female. And at the very end, there's an Navicularia, but this is a Navicularia, oh Jesus, not Rufa, but Minatrix. This is a Navicularia Minatrix. It's very distinctive because of those rows of orange-red spots it has on its backside. How did Deckham treat him at all? Jesus, man. Oh my god, he's golfing with a tarantula. I mean, I kind of feel bad when I look at it because the spider definitely didn't deserve to be treated like that. There are much more humane, let's call it, ways to get rid of an unwanted guest from our yard. Many people dislike or fear spiders and handle them with a board like the person in the video. Anyway, it would probably be better for the spider to be evicted in a more humane, let's call it, way. Why is this video so interesting? I just saw it for the first time 2 hours ago and it made me decide to record this video right now. And this video is interesting because there were comments under it, since this grasshopper, let's call this insect a grasshopper for the purpose of this video, even though it's probably not a grasshopper, that this grasshopper is too big to be feeder food for a spider. In this case, I think it's a Tarantula murinus, which is a fairly venomous species of tarantula from Africa. And I think that not many of the commenters realize that the author of this video, I don't know who the author is, I actually didn't even check, probably didn't want to feed the spider, but rather the grasshopper. Why? Well, such large, long-horned orthopterans, because that's what I should call them, are insects that belong to the order Orthoptera and the suborder of long-horned orthopterans. This suborder includes, among others, katydids, crickets, and also the mole cricket, which I have recorded about before. You can distinguish them from short-horned orthopterans, because those exist too, as the name suggests, by the length of their antennae. Long-horned orthopterans have long antennae, short-horned ones have short antennae. That's basically how it works. Grasshoppers and locusts are short-horned orthopterans. And now this long-horned orthopteran, and actually other long-horned orthopterans as well, are known for not turning down meat. They can basically eat anything you give them, and they can actually hunt as well. Well, because they have strong mandibles, it doesn't matter to them if they hunt a spider, beetle, another orthopteran, or a larva. They can handle them all. Since they can see, but not well enough to really understand what they're dealing with, and they don't know it's a highly venomous spider, they'll just attack anyway. And here you can see it. This grasshopper, again in quotation marks, just attacked the spider, and I suspect it was either an attempt to fight or to feed, but probably not to feed the spider, but the grasshopper itself. Normally it would have eaten it, but the spider defended itself. Alright, we have me, we have the hero of the second plan, which is the male Holcon. He's really funny, and I suspect he's about to fall. No, he won't fall. These spiders are actually quite clever and agile, and they know how to move on such wobbly surfaces. As for the video itself, let me know if you like this kind of video format and the type of content I'm recording for you here. If so, of course, we'll keep doing it. And if you have any cool viral videos that you'd like me to comment on, or maybe the other way around, I'd be happy to I'll watch them. Just email or direct message me on Instagram. Also, feel free to follow me there. And we'll be making such videos for you. See you in the next videos. Bye! Damn, he got on my back again. Oh, okay, there's a chance to get him off. Okay. Alright, we're home.